Most traders struggle because they're trying to constantly guess what the market is going to do. So they're like, oh, it's bullish, and so I'm going to get in, or it's bearish, and I'm going to get in, instead of waiting for the price action to confirm the strength. Today's example, we had a large gap down here on SPY, and then it rampaged up. So the bears should be coming in. In fact, I thought they'd be coming in a little bit sooner, but they're clearly not. So this puts in a big question mark to me at the moment. Whenever I get a question mark of, I don't know which direction it's going to go, it should be dropping, but it's not. I simply don't trade. If you can just give it another hour or so here on these day trades, it's going to reveal its hand and show you with clarity which direction it wants to go. And so that's exactly what we did. We sat back and we're like, okay, this is strongly bullish, but it should be rotating back over based on the gap. So now we just fast forward. Let's just see how this plays out. So now that we've actually got a little bit of a rotation down, I'm starting to get some wicks here. So I know that the bulls are starting to come in here. We've been pretty bullish. I want to see if they give me a definite area of defense. If they can give me a line in the sand where I can go, okay, bulls should hold this level, it's going to make trading much easier because then I can start managing my risk. All right, we come back down and visit this second level again, one more time. And now we're starting to bounce off of that. So all this time here on a 5-minute, we're getting a lot of compression, and now the bulls have shown me off of 1 wick, 2 wick, 3 wick, 4 wick, 5 wicks, where the bulls are stepping back in. To me, I'm starting to get a very large sentiment read that we are potentially going to be going up to this target, because this was the first target for the bulls. We hit that. Are we going to be making it to the second target? Well, we now have a line in the sand to at least show us where we're wrong, because without knowing where you're wrong, you cannot, first off, read sentiment and measure risk. I don't know what trade's going to work. I need to be able to lose small and win big. So how can I set myself up to be able to win big up here at this target? And how can I set myself to be able to lose small if it decides to drop? Now that I've waited for a little bit more time, I have those answers. So instead of having the question mark like we had, 40 minutes ago on this time period here, now I actually have some answers. I know where the bulls are defending, and I know where they're probably trying to get to because of the sentiment that's being read through here. Now that we've got this pennant pattern starting to form through here, we can start to play these levels. See how it's rejecting, rejecting, rejecting. Now we break out, and there's our big volume candle popping off there. So now that the bulls have shown me, okay, the timing-wise, they are ready to rock and roll, I know where the target's most likely going to be. So then we started to plan our entries over here onto the left. So if you go to our Slack channel here and timestamp this, you'll be able to see what we were looking at this time. So this was our pennant pattern. This was our entry down through here on a retest, and this is where our target was located. So as you can see, we went ahead and set up this trade. We got into this trade. We got filled on some of these trades, and it wasn't very long before we were able to exit these trades for a nice win. So let's jump back over here to the charts and fast forward this guy and see how it plays out. So on the retest back down here, now we started getting crazy random spikes on this. I don't know what the heck's going on with that, but we got filled right here on this candle. And I did this with options. And so I just bought the size that I was okay to lose on with options. I didn't have an actual stop in place because what you spend on the option is what you can lose. So if you want to risk $300, buy $300 worth of options and then you're good. So that's how I like to day trade. And then I add more size in as it works. And so as this was starting to bounce back around, we're rotating through. It has all these crazy random wicks. Not really sure what's going on with that, but it seems like it was just a misprint. It finally starts to play bullish. And then right up through here, we finally hit our target and got out of this bull day trade. So yes, the bulls were moving through here, but the bears should have stepped in. I waited for the markets to tell me that the bears were not coming back in. And if they were, we'd be getting strong closures below this line. We didn't. Once I determined that the bulls were starting to put a line in the sand, I started figuring out what is going on here to help me to time it up so that I can lose small and win big. We have a pennant pattern going through. Well, we also have the expected move of this pennant pattern was right through here. So if we took the low through the high, you'll realize why I put my target where I put it. Right up through here, here's my expected move with this pennant pattern. Once we broke up above that, there's my target. So that's exactly where we got out. If you can just be a little bit more patient, and instead of trying to find the trade, if there's a question mark on who's in control, how to be able to lose small, and where your target should be, give it a little bit of time. Trade when it's obvious. Trade when the market reveals its hand. We had to wait about 45 minutes or so. Was it possible that we got missed on a trade one way or another? Yes, but it doesn't matter. I'm not here trying to make money. I'm here trying to catch the best trades that show me the best momentum. Money is just a side effect of this trading this way. Once we waited, we got our clear sentiment, we got our entries back through here. Again, these are all kind of false prints. I don't know what's going on with that. Got our entry and it went straight to target. It's so much easier when you can identify where you're wrong, identify where it's going, find your entry to be able to meet in the middle on that, and take the trades to be able to make money. Hopefully this little setup helped you and gave you a little bit more perspective and insight on how you can navigate these markets a little bit more. If there's a question mark, simply don't trade. Give it a little bit more time. Let the market show you what it's trying to do, and then plan ahead, jump on it so you can lose small, win big. I have no idea what trade's going to win, so that's why I always plan my losses, so how much I would lose if it loses, and then I rock and roll, take it to target, and let it work. Hopefully this helps, my friends. Again, come check us out over at Real Life Trading. We teach you how to do this. We are a stock education company. That's what we specialize in, is teaching you how to become the master trader, not having you rely on someone else. I want to teach you these skills so that you can be on your own, looking at your chart, knowing when to press a button and when not to, and make money in the market so that you can change your life. Come check us out. Links are down below in the description. Love you guys. I'll see you.